So what happened when you were considering renting a house?
Well, my mother and I owned the home, and so we went through the local property management company. The lady that had sold us the house was working at this real estate agency, and they had property management services as well. So they found a renter for us, and the woman, she was a single mom. She had an 18-year-old son, and it was just the two of them moving in. And she was a professional. She worked in a medical office, and they got the check, gave us the check, and my mom, and they moved in, and the check bounced.
On the first month's rent?
First month's rent.
Wow.
And then my mom had to go collect it from her sister, who lived in a really scary part of Anaheim, had all these pit bulls. My mom felt like she was going to a drug house.
Wow.
It was very frightening for her. Then the next check, the next month, bounced, and the woman had gotten laid off. Turned out, so she lost her job, so she was just in the house just drinking, and her dog, we had said she could have one dog. Well, the dog had puppies right after she moved in, and then she had moved in a bunch of cats, and they ruined the carpet. They were in here 9 weeks because we had to start doing an eviction process. My next door neighbor helped us do an eviction process with them, and so they were in here 9 weeks. They managed to destroy the carpet with dog and cat urine because it went right down to the cement.
Did you have a pet deposit from them?
Oh yeah, $100.
Okay. Was that enough, do you think, to cover the cost of the carpet and the...
No, it wasn't even enough to cover trying to clean it. The dogs chewed up all the wood in the house. It was all varnished wood. They chewed up and they jumped. The big dog jumped on the back of the front door and just would scratch it all the way down whenever anybody would come over. This house had never been rented before. It had been owned by, an older couple, older retired couple. So it was always like babied and immaculate. And it chewed up all the windowsills. So I ended up having to fill that all with putty, sand them, and
you did it yourself?
paint them white. Yeah.
Wow.
I came in here and had to redo it myself because we tried taking them to small. She took us to small claims court. She wanted her whole deposit back, and it's like not the regular judge. It was like sitting in for somebody, and he just told us that we brought in all these bills, of things that we had to pay for, or things that were damaged, and things that we had to have replaced. Damage to the backyard, damage to the drip system in the backyard because the dog chewed it up. The place was filthy when they left. And we had thousands of dollars worth of bills, and the judge said that we had to pay her half of her deposit back. So we were
Why is that? You couldn't justify all the costs that had to be...
We brought bills, we had photos, everything.
Wow.
And it was like some idiot judge. And so for 9 weeks, through a property management company, and then we had to handle the eviction ourselves. We had to go through our neighbor, who does the evictions. Nothing from the property management. They were charging us the going rate, which at the time was $50 a month, and not doing anything for it. They didn't. And then we had to repaint the place. We had just put new fresh paint in the
Why were
house.
you doing all those things when you hired the property management company to do that for you? Didn't they tell you that they would do all that stuff for you?
No.
Oh, okay. So what did they do for you?
Basically, they found this person and...
Just a placement, a tenant
Yeah.
placement? Did they tell you they're going to manage the property as well and take care of all the services that need to be done?
I can't remember because it was so long ago, but they were charging us monthly. They were charging us $50 a month.
Okay. So, based on that, would you ever use a property management company again?
Just depends. I'm afraid to do it on my own because I don't really know anything about the laws. It would have to be a reputable company that has a good track record and is going to be there for me. That's going to fight for me.
Somebody
It's
wouldn't
going to be yeah, very careful on who they put in my home, and that they're going to be responsible for taking care of everything.
Have you ever heard of a company called French Valley Properties?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
a little tiny bit, so
yeah.
you can tell me about that.
Well, hopefully you give them a chance someday.
Yeah.
But it's sad to hear your story. It's very enlightening. And it's amazing that they didn't step up to the plate and help you, even if they had to charge you more. You know, they could have told you, right?
Yeah,
And
it
helped
was
you
the going
along the
rate
way.
at the time. It was the same price that all the other companies were charging.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that
I'm
was a
sorry you
bad
had a very experience.
experience.
It's not cool. Well, maybe I can help you out.
That would be great.